Be a pearl is 24,000 volume in 6 levels, or 30,000 volume in 7 levels. Here again, let's say you made pearl. You had your 3 jades. Next month, one of your jades didn't qualify anymore. Are you going to lose it? No. As long as you have the 24,000 in volume on 6 levels or 30,000 in 7 levels, you requalify by maintenance volume. Diamond pearl, the first time you make diamond pearl, you got to have 42, well, actually you don't need the 42,000, you just need to have 3 pearls. And of course each of those pearls, the first time you do it, have to have 24,000. And so you have to have those 3 pearls the first time that qualify each one as pearls. Now to requalify as a diamond pearl, you need 42,000 in 8-level volume. So what if you only had 1 pearl that requalified out of your 3? Well, if you got 42,000 on 8 levels of volume, you qualify and you're a diamond pearl still. Tried to make this very simple for people. Now let's talk about dynamic compression. This is one of the most beautiful things of our whole marketing plan is dynamic compression. A lot of people don't understand it, so I'm going to see if I can help explain it to you. We start here with the distributor. That's a person that buys 1 bottle a month. Now, if you remember, you looked at our marketing plan, the percentages we're going to show you here is that the first level pays 1%. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. So let's say a person down here bought 1 case of juice. That's 120 qualifying volume, commissionable volume. Okay. So the computer goes upline to find the first qualifying people. Here you had a distributor, person who bought 1 bottle of juice for the month, so they qualified to get 1%. Next, the computer goes up, because remember, a distributor gets paid 3 levels. So it goes to the second level up, and so, oh, they bought their 1 bottle at least, so they get 5%. Now, this has nothing to do with case auto ship. This is only the volume that you've purchased, okay? And so they get 5%. Now it goes to the third level up and says, oh, they're a distributor. They only bought 1 bottle, so they get 5% also. Now it goes to the next level up. Well, they only bought 1 bottle. What did you need to do in order to be paid on the 4th level? You have to have bought a case of juice. You have to be a coral. So in most companies, and the company I was in before Tahitian Noni, even all the companies I had been in before, they would say, well, thank you very much. There's nobody on that 4th level that qualified for that money, so they put it in their pocket and say thank you. In fact, I used to get a report from one company I was in. When I wasn't at the top level, they would tell me how much money I left on the table. But not with TNI, because TNI keeps searching. The computer searches upline. Oh, look at the next level. They're only a distributor. They don't get it. They're only a distributor. They don't get it. Ah, look at this. Here's a coral. Now this coral is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels up. That coral was paid 6% right here. This coral made 6% on their 7th level because nobody down here qualified to be paid on that level, that 4th level. So they got the 6%. So in other words, the company keeps none of it. It always goes to the distributors. A lot of companies will show they have all this high payout, but then when you really start studying the plan, the people don't get it. They have to make it qualify is very tough, and they don't get the money. So now, after a coral, what have you got to do to be paid on the next level? You got to be a jade, right? So it goes up. Nope, they're corals, corals, corals. Hey, look up here. There's a jade. Now, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 levels up. Now, remember, a jade is paid how many levels? 6 levels. But 11 levels up, they got paid on somebody because nobody else qualified to be paid on that 6th level. And now we have double dynamic compression. Then now the computer goes up and finds another jade to give it to. You get double dynamic compression. So, I mean, that really is pretty cool. And so they get 7%, and now it keeps going up. And here's the pearl. They got the 7%. They're paid on their 7th level. And the diamond pearl gets that 8% money from the 8th level. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The 14th level, this person bought product. And yet this Diamond Pearl, who only get paid 8 levels, was paid because no other Diamond Pearls were along here in that range to make it. Now, what if this person was a Diamond Pearl? It went from a Jade to a Diamond Pearl. What would have happened? Well, it's a diamond, it's a pearl or above. So that Diamond Pearl would be paid that 7% that the pearl would have gotten if there was a pearl there. But a Diamond Pearl is overly qualified, so they get what the pearl would have got, and this Diamond Pearl still gets it. So it always goes up to find the first qualifying person. Now, all the money in the plan is paid out. Remember that. The company keeps none of it. Other plans don't do this, and that's one of the key benefits of our plan. Now, I'm going to answer a question that a lot of people ask me. Well, I don't like this plan very well. After you get that Fast Start bonus, you're only getting 1% on your first level because, and there's a reason, and let me explain this to you, why this is the case. This is network marketing. This is not direct sales. You're building a network. So because your 8th level is bigger than your first level, I mean, look at the width down here. I mean, which one's going to have the most people, up here or down here where the whole base is bigger as your group keeps growing? So we put 8% down here was where the, more people are. And so you're going to make more money down here having a higher percentage than having it up here because we're not direct sales, we're networking. But let's just change it around like some people say that we ought to be doing. Let's take a look at this. Let's say we put 8% at the top. Remember, we only have 45% to pay out in this plan. So let's put 8% up there. So what do we put at the bottom? 1%? What's that going to do to your income? I'll tell you what it'll do. It will shrink it because your group's going to be bigger the farther down it goes. And people say, well, I'd rather have my money up close. Well, that tells me you're not going to build a group then because you're never going to have that many people on your front level. And so it's going to keep growing. It's 3 get 3 who get 3 who get 3. And so when people say, well, gee, we ought to have more money on our front level, they don't understand network marketing. They're showing their ignorance, to tell you the truth. And we do have money at the beginning with the Fast Start bonus, remember. And why do we have it then? Because you're just starting. All your volume is going to be up here close to you because you don't have anything down here yet. And that's why we only go down 5 levels to pay it. And then they drop off onto the other plan because if you're building your business, you're going to still be recruiting people, and they'll be up here. And you're going to get that 25, 5, 5, and 10 up here. And then later they'll go into here. And the business starts growing. Okay? Let me show you my own history. I think you're going to find this kind of interesting. These are my own charts. I kept very accurate records of my whole business, at the beginning especially. My goal the first month was to do 100 distributors. My organization, as you can see here, had 110 distributors my first month in business of July of 1996. And I only worked half of that month because we already had a family vacation plan. So with 110 distributors, my Fast Start was $2,100. So that's how much money I made. I made no unilevel. Why? Because nobody had been in the business over 60 days yet. We're all new. So what happens the next month with my checks? Month 2, my Fast Start was $3,900. I had 295 distributors in my group at that time. But again, no unilevel because nobody had been in the business 60 days yet. Now let's look at the third month. And these are my actual records, folks. My third month, I made over $5,000 on Fast Start, and I got my first unilevel check, $195. I had 631 distributors. $195. You think, boy, that's not much. Now, why did this happen this way? Well, these are the people, the 110 distributors that signed up the first month. And remember, at that time, we were paying out 4% even. So with the 1%, it would be even less. But we were paying out 4%. I made $195. Now, let me ask you a question. This is a no-brainer. These 110 distributors, if on Fast Start, they paid me $2,100. If we only had our unilevel and no Fast Start, I would have made $195. Now, that's not nearly as well as $2,100. Wouldn't you agree? But you see, these now are falling off the Fast Start because they're over 2 months in the business. So now they're being paid me as unilevel $195. Now let's look at the next month, month 4 here. I made over $6,000 fast start. But look what happened to the unilevel. Wow.